The Galactic Accord had lasted for over 20 millennia, an uneasy peace maintained by bureaucracy, firepower, and the mutual terror of annihilation. Hundreds of species, each more advanced than the last, had bent the galaxy to order. Wars were mathematical, clean, fought by drones or diplomatic assassins. Civilizations expanded through treaties, not conquest. Violence, raw and primal, was a thing of the past. Until they arrived. The humans. The Council first heard of them from the shattered remnants of the Krothi Dominion. An entire armada, 200 ships, vanished in a single solar rotation. No survivors, only static-laced distress calls. At first, the Council assumed a black hole or some ancient weapon had awakened. Then came the footage. Grainy, taken from the final moments of a Krothi warcruiser, the video showed humanoid figures boarding through molten hulls, wielding archaic projectile weapons, kinetic, not energy-based. Screams echoed in the background. And then, unmistakably, the sound that would haunt the Council for decades, laughter. The humans had not simply defeated the Krothi. They had enjoyed it. Grand Admiral Exorthal of the Zyrak Consortium viewed the data with a tightening of his eye stalks. Barbarians, he hissed. They make war not as necessity, but as art. Reports continued to flood in. The human ship Sagan's Blade took on an entire fleet above the twin moons of Nvar and won. The fleet was 4 times its size. It was said the humans disabled enemy shields with electromagnetic pulses, boarded while systems were still rebooting, and fought hand-to-hand like ancient warriors. The Council summoned their top analysts. Dr. Rilan of the Valari ThinkCast stood before them, pale and trembling. We have studied their history, he began. They are a species forged in suffering. Their first tools were stones used to crack skulls. Their first discovery was fire. Not for warmth, but for destruction. They learned to harness it to forge metal for war. Every technological leap they made, they turned to the purpose of violence before anything else. The chamber fell into cold silence. Are they conquerors? Asked a Draxian senator. No, Rilan replied. That's what makes them worse. They fight not to conquer, but to challenge themselves. To evolve. They do not fear death. In fact, they expect it. The silence grew heavier. The Council voted. Humanity was to be left alone. Monitored but not provoked. Their home system was quarantined. Trade was forbidden. Even the pirate clans were warned. But not all obeyed. The Earl Hegemony, prideful and eager to test its newly minted fleet, launched a demonstration strike against a small Terran colony, Eos Prime. The colony was home to 2,000 civilians. No defense fleet. No orbital cannons. The Earl expected a bloodless victory. They found fire instead. The first wave of Earl troops landed on the surface and were immediately met not with retreat, but with resistance. Miners wielded. Another showed 2 human engineers duct taping a containment breach while playing rock, paper, scissors. When a sentient storm entity tried to possess the command console, Reyes punched it with a gauntlet wrapped in garlic cloves and called it a Tuesday. Alien observers were horrified. Military strategists were stunned. The Galactic Senate was intrigued. Within 3 months, the humans had rebuilt sections of the Abyss Station never touched before. They weaponized localized black hole energy, tamed a void drake, and established something called Taco Tuesday. Other species began to ask, what drives them? What makes them fearless? The truth? It wasn't fearlessness. It was madness wrapped in creativity and survival instinct. Humanity was born on a death world where everything climate, predators, disease tried to kill them. Their history was a testament to turning chaos into conquest. The deadliest job in the galaxy? To them, it was just fun. At the 6-month mark, the Empire tried a diplomatic move. They offered to relieve the humans. Captain Elira Voss personally sent a retrieval ship with medals, honors, and a proposal for safe return. Reyes met her at the docking bay, covered in plasma soot and holding a still-beating heart of a dimensional parasite. Appreciate the offer, ma'am, he said, casually wiping ichor on his sleeve. But we're just getting started. She stared. Corporal, you've already exceeded expectations. You've done the impossible. He smiled, flashing teeth stained with synth coffee and adrenaline. That's kind of our thing. By the end of the year, the impossible happened. The Abyss Post became the most secure outpost in the quadrant. Recruitment opened officially. Only one species applied. Humanity. Epilogue. The job remained the same, dangerous, insane, unpredictable. But now it had a new name whispered across the stars with a mix of fear and awe. The Terran Playground. And etched onto the hull of the station, written in defiance and pride, were 4 simple words. Void welcomes the brave.